All right, today we're going to dive into the incredible life story of one of the planet's most peculiar and, honestly, most resilient birds, the kiwi. This isn't just a life cycle, it's a survivor's journey that seems to break all the rules. So let's just start with the big question, right? Is this the world's strangest bird? And I gotta say, it's a pretty serious contender. As you're about to see, the kiwi breaks almost every rule of what we think a bird should be. I mean, just look at what makes the kiwi so unique. Its feathers are more like shaggy hair, it's completely flightless, and it does its thing in the dead of night. But its real superpower, an unbelievable sense of smell, which is super rare for a bird and absolutely critical for how it lives. So, where does a life this strange even begin? Well, it all starts with one of the most astonishing eggs in the entire animal kingdom. The story of the kiwi's struggle for survival literally begins before it even hatches. Get this. A kiwi egg can be a whopping 20% of the mother's body weight. To put that into perspective for you, that's like a human mother giving birth to a 4-year-old. It is a monumental, almost unbelievable effort. So after the female lays this gigantic egg in a hidden burrow, her job is pretty much done. In this wild role reversal, it's the male who takes over for the long haul. He incubates that single egg for 70 to 80 days. That's nearly 3 months of dedicated solo parenting. Incredible, right? Okay. So once the chick finally hatches, things get even more dangerous. This is not a story of gentle, nurturing parents. This is about growing up and growing up fast in a world just full of predators. You see, a kiwi chick is basically born ready to go. It hatches fully feathered, looking just like a tiny version of its parents. It even has its own packed lunch, a huge yolk sac inside its belly that feeds it for the first few days. And after that, it's on its own, heading out to find food all by itself. I mean, seriously, think about that for a second. Your typical baby bird is naked, blind, totally helpless, just waiting for mom and dad to bring food. But the kiwi chick, it's a self-sufficient little survivor from day one. The difference is just, it's staggering. But, you know, there's a flip side to all that independence. Because they grow so slowly, young kiwis are incredibly vulnerable. For months, sometimes even for years, they have to dodge predators all on their own. This stage is the ultimate test, and frankly, a lot of them just don't make it. But for the lucky few that do survive that perilous journey, they become true masters of their environment. So let's talk about the adult kiwi, the final form of this incredible survivor. And a huge part of its success comes down to this one word: nocturnal. By operating under the cover of darkness, the kiwi avoids a lot of daytime predators and carves out a special niche for itself, using those other unique senses to hunt and get around. An adult kiwi is really a master of its craft. It's fully grown, totally independent, and it uses that incredible sense of smell to guide its long beak like a probe, sniffing out insects and worms deep underground. A successful adult can thrive for a surprisingly long time. We're talking 20 to 50 years in the wild. And of course, the survival of the adult means that this whole incredible, challenging, and super unique cycle gets to continue, which has secured its place not just in the forest, but in the heart of an entire nation. So, once it reaches maturity, the kiwi finds a mate, and the whole unbelievable process starts all over again. A female lays that monumental egg, a male begins the long, lonely incubation, and the next generation starts its own fight for survival. And really, it's that whole story. This tale of resilience, of being a total oddball, of surviving against all odds, that's made the kiwi so much more than just a bird. It's a beloved national symbol of New Zealand, embodying the unique spirit of the land itself. So, the kiwi's journey from this massive egg to a master of the night is truly one of nature's most compelling stories. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? How many other incredible survivors with life cycles just as strange and fascinating are hidden out there in our world, just waiting for us to understand them?